yes. So last you've left off is the party dealing with the winery. So you guys fought off a huge batch of needle blights and found yourselves outside the winery and tried a few entrances and were able to break through this back room, if I remember correctly, which is the like bottle maker room. And then you guys started venturing through. You found some suspicious stuff throughout and encountered even more druids inside. One of which Oscar talked with and negotiated that you guys wouldn't kill him if he went back to talk to his leader to find out, because he couldn't divulge the information as to why they're attacking the winery. And then you guys explored more and found a different druid who had a really gross staff that Oscar decided had to be his staff now. The staff of black spongy wood that would bleed and create tiny blights out of it. Decided it's his now. You guys also ventured into the basement cellar that has some giant shelves of bottles of wine, of which a druid essentially launched them at you using Thunderwave. And you guys also explored the top level of the winery, in which you were able to find some bedrooms, some literature, and there are some ravens that kind of oversaw you but didn't really interrupt you guys with anything.
I think I scared them off.
You shoot.
Didn't you say hi, Strahd, and then they all flew off?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now that you've left town, you can say the name all you want. Okay.
Hi, Strahd.
But yes. Yeah. I think that covers this generally. So now you guys are on the first floor with the... Oops, I forgot that I still have those connected. Let me disconnect those.
I am not on the first floor. I would like to point that out.
Oh, do you want to be on the first floor, or are you good?
I would like to be on the first floor.
Okay.
Because otherwise I'm just with all these crows that aren't here.
But yes. On the first floor.
Ravens.
Yep. So you find yourselves the winery.
Hey, you stop that.
You're not a fan of his shimmying side to side? But yes. So now that you've explored most of the winery, you can confirm that all seems calm now. Those that were controlling all the needle blights that were attacking you don't seem to be present or have been murdered. And Oscar, being outside kind of near the carriage, can see that the daylight is slowly waning away.
Alright, I guess it's time to get this stuff going.
Wait,
Is the carriage already loaded?
It does have some already loaded on it.
There were stables here, weren't there?
Yep, those are stables.
These are stables? I can't get into the stables.
Okay, do you want to open the stables?
Does it sound like there are horses in the stables?
You can hear horses in the stables.
It seems like would be a logical place for us to start, is strap horses up to this cart.
So yep, opening that door, you see the two horses behind their doors. They still seem... They are very large. And they still seem pretty, cautious. They're not terribly scared of you, but they seem very cautious to have you near them.
We see what?
Scared horses in stables.
Can you open the stable doors?
Oh. I thought you could still see through.
Stall doors, I'm sorry.
Yes.
There we go. Now I can see through. Couldn't see through to actually see the horses. Okay. Well, does the cart take one horse or two?
I believe it takes one.
All right. Well, I suppose I'm supposed to be the most proficient with animals amongst us. Theoretically.
Well, you believe you should at least take one of these and get it set up. I guess we should go get the family real quick while you're doing that.
That sounds like a plan.
All right.
Who wants to go with me real quick?
I guess. Well, I thought someone was gonna have to load the cart, so I was gonna stay. but I guess
I
I'll
think
go.
Oscar can go with you.
Yeah, we'll have Oscar go with him to negotiate with the family.
Do I have to be Oscar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
okay.
news is one of us will have a terrible fall.
I'm gonna help him put these horses on the cart because I have proficiency with land vehicles.
Oh,
That comes in handy.
it does.
All
I
right.
know how to drive.
Can
a
I see
car.
the shipment book so that I can see whether or not we're right stuff?
I didn't collect it, but yeah, it's upstairs. I'll just tell you where to go.
Are the barrels labeled? What kind of wine is in them?
Sorry, hold on. I was picking up
No.
the people from the woods to put into here so that I don't have to drag Finch all the way to the woods just for one NPC. Let me double check if it has the wine labeled.
I would hope so. Terrible barrels if they're not labeled.
Take you in the barrels.
You probably fit.
Moving between these pillars is kind of cool. It's like a rave or something.
Okay, so yeah, so where Romero and Jorin are standing is a loading dock type of area. The wagon has 3 barrels set inside the bed of the wagon. And yeah, looking at them, they all have the label Purple Great Mash number 3.
Is that the one we're supposed to get?
I mean, we're just supposed to bring him booze, so I guess we should also get some Red Dragon Crush if we can.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, Aiden, so you said you wanted to look at the book upstairs?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember how I exactly had it written in my notes. Book and log did not come up with my quick search.
You got this, Hop. Hop on.
It was just records. Nice. I would have totally remembered that. But but yeah, so looking through the records log, it doesn't seem to have any specific dates stamped through it, but you can tell that the oldest records do have the S, and they seem to go away as, you turn back to more recent shipments.
Okay. And can I just see like what the more recent shipments to Blue Water in? So we can just get the right amount.
Okay, yeah, for BW you see 3.
Just 3.
Yep.
They didn't even care what kind. Monsters.
3 alcohols.
3 whole alcohols, please. But I think these records are old. Looking through them, they seem like quick notes more than anything. So they probably already have, frequent buyers information on hand.
Frequent purchaser card.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah. So Finch. Yeah, you head out into the woods. And you see the family out there again. Do you need the description of the family?
If I recall, there was the one guy we were dealing with in the black cloak, and the other one was the father who was a little crotchety. If I remember correctly.
Yes. The family is currently represented by the crotchety old man token.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. So the man in the black cloak, his name is Adrian. I believe he introduced himself. He comes out to you, eager to see the adventurers, but he only sees the 2 of you and seems confused and goes, Was everything all right?
Oh, yes, we were fine. No really worries there. We just have, we're just getting things set up for the shipment to go back to town.
Oh, yes, shipments. We haven't been able to do those in a while. Where are you planning to bring these?
Well, we have the inn we were staying at in the town. We know that's one of them that has to go to as well.
Yes, my brother. Erwin.
That's your brother.
Yes, we're all family. He looks around.
Well, that's an important detail that was missed.
Does that affect anything for you?
Oh, it's not a good or bad thing. It's just like, well, if they send you out to help somebody, you would expect they say, family relations of any sort. I could have just missed that. But
Adrian leans in a little bit closer and he's like, Father and Erwin are not quite on speaking terms, so.
Okay.
So Adrian, he coughs loudly. But yes. So I'm assuming since you're back, the winery is safe again.
Yes, it is safe. It is safe.
Very good to hear. He turns around and kind of like snaps his fingers quietly, and you see an adult woman come over. She has a baby on her hip, and she hands Adrian 5 bags of coins, all in little velvet pouches. And Adrian turns back around to you. He's like, "This is for each of you. There's 100 gold in each of these. Is that plenty of payment?" Are you okay, sir?
Yeah. I believe so. Yes.
Okay, because this winery is our livelihood. We are the only suppliers of alcohol in the area, and if something were to happen, I don't know what we would do.
And I believe we have the continuous protection thing as well going on for you.
Yeah, as long as we can run our business.
Yes, there should be no problem there.
All right.
If anything goes wrong, you can send a letter to this in here. Well, of course, your brother's in, and we will come out immediately, sort it out.
Very much appreciated. We can follow you back to the winery then, since everything seems to be cleared up.
I grabbed the gold.
Well, I'd hope so.
Bench has low trust right now.
Okay, so you're holding. Oh, you mean Oscar doesn't hold on to the gold?
That is correct.
Okay.
So since Oscar's there, is he still carrying the kids rocking
He
horse?
is. And I'm still
yeah.
giving him a sideways glance and be like, so, that's for the kid, right?
I don't remember his plan for the rocking horse. Was he planning on keeping it?
He was taking it with him because he wanted to see if there was some other connection between that and the other toy.
Okay. I'm gonna say Oscar is like awkwardly trying to hold it behind his back, forgetting that he had carried it with him. You know, that kind of thing where like kids try to hide the fact that they stole a cookie, but they're not good at hiding it. And that the woman with the baby kind of eyes him suspiciously, but she doesn't say anything.
Well, I did say what I said.
So wait, what'd you... Oh, for the kids. So
Yeah.
then the lady...
So you brought that out for the kids, right, Oscar?
Yeah. Adrian looks and he asks, Stefania, is that your child's toy? And Stefania looks and she's like, yes, but why would you bring it out to the woods? What?
Well, if I recall correctly, we saw another toy that was very similar to one in a Barovia, I believe. And it dealt with, I'm trying to say this in a very nice way, a missing child, if you will.
Oh,
So,
I
We were
can't...
just wondering, how did you get this, and has there been any weirdness with the kid lately?
I can't speak for a missing child. I haven't heard, but this toy's been in our family. There's the toy maker in Valaki, Blinsky. I believe his signature is on the horse. As far as my children, they seem completely fine.
We're just making. This is just something we want to check up on, because sometimes we deal with magical items, we run into things, and sometimes children turn into cookies. You know, it's just something.
She grips her child very closely and takes a step back.
I'm just saying, we like taking extra steps to make sure if something's wrong, it doesn't become wrong. If you understand what we're saying.
Are you threatening my children into cookies?
No, I'm saying we don't want them to become cookies. That's what I'm trying to get at. get at. Just be wary of any weird items, is what I'm saying.
We've had that rocking horse for many years. It hasn't turned any of our children into cookies before.
The cookies isn't the point. But just saying, be watchful. There's been a lot of missing children lately.
She clearly turns around and then kind of like takes count of her children, and you see that she's like nodding her head and looking at a teenage boy and 2 boys about under the age of 10. She's like, all my kids are here, so thanks.
We're just taking extra steps, since we're in charge of protecting you. We want to make sure that everybody stays safe. Well, I could have said that. Now I'm showing my -1 charisma. I apologize.
But yeah, so then she asks like, do you think it's not safe for my family back in the winery, or?
It should be fine. How far is Barovia?
How?
That's where that's. I mean, how far was the town? What's the name of that town again, guys?
The village of Barovia.
Yeah, the village of Barovia. Yeah.
It's probably 4 or 5 hour.
The issues were over in the village of in Barovia. So that's where the issues were taking place. It's just following up on a thing. So you should be fine all the way out here. I can't see that being creep related. Come on, Oscar, give them back their toy. We can put their toy back inside.
Oscar
suspiciously quiet through the whole thing.
Suspiciously quiet. He can't let Finch, drown if you help him out. But yeah, so Oscar is like, okay, like he clearly doesn't want to give up the horse, but he agrees to it since you forced his hand into it, and the family's all right there. But yeah, so are you just gonna head straight back now to the winery to lead them back?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so as you are you just gonna lead the way, or do you wanna?
Yeah, I'll lead the way.
Okay. So yeah, so you lead the way back to the winery. Oscar kind of like stands back to take count, and he notices that it's 5 adults, the 3 that you've clearly met, Davian, Adrian, and Stefania, and then there's another man who's walking with the 3 young boys that Stefania checked on, and then there's another man who looks very outdoorsy and looks like he's just excited to be back to the winery. I don't have tokens for all of them, but just imagine. And then, yeah. So you guys can say you're back at the winery. In that time, Jorin, go ahead and... So what's your plan with the horses?
Well, I'm going to put the bridle and stuff on the horse to set it up in the cart where it should hopefully know it's supposed to pull the cart.
Okay. I did mention that the horses were still pretty nervous since the place was just under attack. Is there anything you want to do to try to help calm them?
I'd probably be a good idea to talk to them soothingly to try and calm them.
Okay. Animal handling. Nice. I almost never get to use that roll.
Hi.
All right.
Good animal handler.
Yes. So your soothing voice is able to calm the horse down enough for you to be able to comfortably slide the bridle on. And then you just lead it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, little horsey.
Little horsey that takes up 10 square feet.
Big little horsey.
Big little horsey. So you put him on, and you're gonna attach him. I don't think this is a separate token. So you're just gonna have to imagine that the horse has the wagon. But
fine.
So then Romero, you said you have the proficiency?
In land vehicles, yeah.
Okay.
Also, as a side note, I have the payment for everybody here. Just letting everybody know that I have a payment. 500 gold.
Each?
No, divided.
That's all right, I guess.
Jorin's voice. Ooh. Alright. No, I'm gonna say that the wagon looks pretty stable despite the attacks, and everything should be fine once the horse is connected. So, Romero, did you say you were gonna get more wine, or you're gonna leave it at the 3?
I figured what's his face would stop me when he realized we only needed to take the 3 barrels back. Aiden, I mean.
Oh, well, we could switch one of the grapes for red.
Okay, so I guess I'll swap one of the grapes for a red.
Okay, where do you want to take the wine from? There's a number of places that you guys ran into that have wine.
There's this huge room with tons of barrels up here.
Okay, as you go to pick up one of these barrels, you realize they're empty.
What about these ones out here?
Seeing as the proprietors of the winery are here, we could ask them. It's not like they're not going to see us swapping the barrel.
I mean, I thought this is what we were doing while they chatted, but
No, that's fair.
Yeah, while they chatted. Yeah, so I believe those... Sorry, this section is just telling me about the big vats, but it's not.
what's it? Why you gotta make a struggle to swap one barrel with another?
Alright, fine. One of those is labeled the Red Dragon Crush.
But it's only half full.
Dun dun dun.
You have to find a different one, yes.
It's fine, take it.
Sounds like a typical RPG quest.
Alright, well then I take one of the barrels and I swap the other barrel with this barrel.
Clearly,
Roll performance.
we're stealing all the Red Dragon Crush.
But, alright. So that's all set up. Is there anything else you guys want to do while you wait for Finch to get back?
I don't think so.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yep. So as you guys finalize and have the horse on and have switched out all the barrels and are preparing to leave, Finch comes back with the whole family. So you guys get to also see them. And then you also get to see Oscar kind of sadly giving the rocking horse over to one of the men.
Oh darn.
Sad
Could really have
Oscar.
been more subtle about it.
But yeah, as so Jorin, Aiden, or Romero, do you guys have any questions for the people approaching?
Why were the druids attacking this place?
So Adrian kind of gives like a side glance to look at the older gentleman, but the older gentleman seems to have already walked off to start surveying the land. And Adrian, he explains that, or he begins to explain, well, you see, the winery, in very hushed tones, the winery, we have some special means to keep the wines and grapes growing despite all the different influences here. And the druids might have come back to try and take those for themselves.
Okay. So are they gonna be back to attack you again because you still have this?
It's likely. We can't say for sure. I think we're going to survey the land to see if everything is safe and fine. But my guess is we're not safe yet.
Alright, well, then I guess we'll deal with this another day.
He goes, yeah, I think since you've taken care of a large crowd of the forest folk, I believe that we can at least hold ourselves fine here. At least until you can return.
So, but like, did you guys take something from the druids to do this? Is that what pissed them off, or what's
They're items that were gifted to the family a long time ago.
That always goes well.
Yeah, as far as, all the details, I'm much too young to know.
Well, that sounds awful.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Adrian spots. He's like, "Ah, yes, so you're bringing a shipment over to my brother."
Yes. Do you want to send one of your attendants with us just so they can deal with the actual distribution of it?
Bring your horse and cart back.
Yeah, you guys did say you were coming back. I think it's fine. I think we're going to focus the family here to make sure to restore everything and everything's good. As far as distributing it, my brother handles all that there as soon as he gets the shipment.
All right. I guess that should be fine then.
Fair enough.
I think we should ask the brother where the heck they got this farm magic from.
I agree. Slash whisper.
Slash whisper. Anyway, I mean, do you want to ask him before?
This brother that runs the inn.
Oh, the brother that runs the inn. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting the feeling
Erwin?
they're not really going to give us some solid answers here. That's the impression I'm getting.
Yes, Erwin is the man running the Blue Water Inn.
Yeah, that's the man.
Yep. So you guys all good to go?
Yeah.
Lante.
So back out to Barovia with your horse.
Big map with a big horse.
I didn't need to copy and paste all of you. Oh, well, it's been done.
Too late.
And then drag you all to Barovia. Shrink the horse to be relative to your size. Still huge.
That's fun.
Okay. So yes. So like I mentioned earlier, at this point it looks like daylight slowly receding away. It's probably going to be dark pretty soon, and you guys head back the path that you came back from to get here. So let me just drag you in the horse. And the horse seems very capable. It doesn't slow you down at all.
Good horsey.
It's awkward dragging both. I might just let the horse not be perfectly aligned with the path.
Does anything happen along the way?
Eventually.
Dun-dun-dun.
I hope that's the point of dragging.
But yes. So, yeah. So you guys start to head up the pretty muddy path that led down into the winery, and you find yourselves deep into the woods. As you see the path start to clear out from mud to solid earth, Finch, make a perception check for me.
Ha! Perception. That's one of the
boy.
skills that, like, Oh yeah, I'm actually not bad in perception. Never mind.
15.
Yeah, that's not bad. That could have been worse.
All right. So you start to hear kind of ramblings in the woods coming from off to your left. As you hear the ramblings, they start to approach, and you actually catch the smell of a puff of smoke coming out from the woods, and you start to hear laughter amongst it.
Well, I guess I'll say hi.
Okay. So coming out of the woods, you see a group of 3 men in very bright orange attire, they just take up the whole space. Very bright orange attire, and they're laughing and goofing off, and when they hear you say hello, they kind of like stop and stare, and they're unsure how to react.
Where are you guys heading off? Where are you guys heading off to?
You hear one, he starts to open his mouth, and he's like laughing. He's like, oh, we're just going to, and then one of the other guys kind of hits him in the chest to keep him from talking. You can clearly smell wine and smoke on their breath. They're like, we're just out in the woods, doing woodsy things like woodsy people do.
That doesn't sound suspicious at all.
Hey, look, it's okay. You're allowed to have your own choices in your own private matters. It's okay. What 3 gentlemen do in the woods is up to them, I suppose.
Hey, don't get the wrong idea, bud. We are familiar with these woods. We could help you through these woods, or you could let us do our own thing. It's up to you.
Honestly, if you want to come with us, that's fine. If not, it's what it is. We know our way as well.
Oh, you know your way, huh?
Relatively so.
Where you headed then?
To Velocity.
I like the idea of Jorin just like jumping up in the middle of the conversation.
Yes.
Lucky.
Anybody else weighing in on this discussion?
Velocity, eh? Oh yeah, we got some friends that live south of Velocity.
It's a nice little town.
Yeah, it's a pretty straight shot then. If you're headed there, I'm gonna guess you don't really need us.
Probably.
Not particularly. Where are you guys from? You from the North Road or something like that?
Yeah, we came from the north. We hang out in the woods sometimes. It's no big deal.
There's another town up north.
Yeah, there is. It's a town of Krusk.
Huh. That's interesting. You guys having anything interesting going on up there?
It's the
probably be
usual
passing
town
through our way
stuff. It's not quite on the way back. It's you gotta take the bridge up north and follow the path through, but
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for the information then.
yeah. And then the guy that was laughing earlier has started laughing again, and then starts tripping through the woods to cross the path in front of you and go across. Oh, so many tokens. Okay. But yeah. Okay. So you guys find yourself on the main path again. You find yourself at the crossroads of the bridge, which is likely what the Vistani were speaking of. And then you start to head east rather than north and follow the path into further thicks of woods.
Why are
And
the woods in this area just filled with weirdos?
The whole place is full of
Honestly,
weirdos.
this is I don't really know what to do about that. Like, were they also werewolves?
Don't know. This place is so weird.
but yeah, so it is starting
Like,
to get
ha ha ha, let's have a great time wandering around the woods getting high as shit.
Are these
Where else would you get high as
aren't
shit?
aren't these woods deadly?
Yes, that's what I thought. Why would you go out to the deadly woods to smoke drugs and get high as shit in your bright
They
orange clothes?
Are they Strahd's men?
Unless they're part of what's deadly in the woods.
I don't know. They didn't attack us. They didn't seem very deadly. Pretty sure I could have killed both of them.
They weren't even insinuating that we should pay them.
Just because they weren't attacking us doesn't mean they're not deadly.
I mean, sure, they could have.
You're
their friend-
deadly. You don't attack everything that you see.
Oh, good point.
Wait, are we saying that we're deadly people now?
Well, you are. Kind of terrified of you.
Aiden, make a perception check. Okay. So as you hear them bickering, you kind of hear out of the corner hear out of the corner of your ears. That's not a phrase.
Yeah, in the corner of your ears.
You hear something far off into the woods. You kind of hear what sounds like paws landing on branches. where it's a little bit more padded than what you'd expect shoes to sound like as they snap branches.
Paws on branches?
Yeah, like the crunch from the branches isn't as loud as like a sharp snap.
I think our werewolves are back, you guys.
I told you these wolves are full of weirdos.
Wolves?
Yeah, these wolves. They woods. Whatever.
They probably ate the guys.
I just heard
They're
some
full. We don't
branches
have to worry
snap.
about anything.
Well, that's not good. Double the pace.
I think we just keep going like nothing's happening. Keep an eye out for them, and they think we're unaware, but we are aware.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So then you guys, keeping your attention high towards the sounds in the woods, you follow the path and follow the fork in the path back towards Vallaki. As you reach the curve of the woods, Aiden, you start to hear the noises again, but much closer.
Alright, you guys, they're much closer.
Here's a theory. We speed up now?
I thought you were deadly.
Oh, I mean, I don't want to have to be deadly. I'd rather not go... I don't like killing things. It's not like I stab small bunnies and I'm like a happy man.
Wait, why did you bring up bunnies in particular?
Bungie winces.
Oh.
I mean, it was an example of innocence.
You seem pretty happy to have gross of rats on your sword.
Well, they're rats. They're not innocent things.
They were just out for a meal.
Okay.
Just because they're not a cute small creature to you.
Yeah, honestly, that's it.
Alright, so...
Roast things, and I want to and I'm fine with killing them.
So do you want to pick up the pace of the woods, or just...
Well, I'm not the one driving the cart, so I don't decide.
I mean, if they want to go faster, then we'll go faster.
We
This
can
is-
go faster.
This is Jobobio's decision.
Jobobio.
Well, let's go faster since, Romero's our only deadly one, apparently. Other man with a big sword and armor can't handle it.
Oh, damn.
I'm just gonna hold on to all this gold here. Yep, this is my gold now.
Alright, you guys do pick up your pace. Jorin, hopefully trying to encourage the horses to move faster. You almost make it towards the end of the woods, and you can see the bridge towards the end. Jorin, make a animal handling check. Okay, so yeah.
I purposely drive the horse over Finch. Alright, I don't. I get the horse suspiciously close to Finch as he's walking next to us.
Feel attacked. But yes, so as you guys are rushing through, you do notice that some of these area of the woods kind of have pits where the road isn't as even, but you're able to guide the horses over at this higher speed so that they don't hurt themselves. And then you guys make
Isn't
it.
there only one horse?
Horse, yes. I keep saying. Yes. And then you guys find yourselves at the bridge. The horses are slightly scared of the running water, but since you've been able to do very proficient animal handling throughout, you're able to get them over the bridge without much issue.
Oh no, they're vampire horses. Oh wait, but there's only one.
I keep saying horses because I'm all over the place today. And
That's why
then
they're so big.
that's why they're so big. Yep. And then you guys find yourselves outside of Vallaki again. Even only after being away for a short time, you do see that the outside of Vallaki has changed completely in its decorations. All of the staked up wolves' heads have since been taken down and been replaced by staked up suns leading up the path towards the town. And
Yeah, like how good are these decorations? Like, are like shitty paper mache suns or like?
Hey, paper mache, don't knock it.
The ones on the outside of town actually look pretty craftily made. They're kind of made out of, I'm trying to think of the material, but it's kind of like a woven basket almost, and then they're painted over to look like suns.
It's made of hemp.
It's a wicker.
Wicker.
Sun.
Yeah.
Not the bees.
Wow.
But yeah, and then the guards are above the gate and eyeing you suspiciously.
They always eye us suspiciously.
It's probably because you're such a shifty-looking individual, Jorin.
Oh, I'm the shifty-looking one.
Yes.
Not the Astral Conquest Paladin.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I reject it completely.
One of the guards shouts out, "What is that horse for?"
It's for
Pulling the cart?
eating, duh. Oh, wait.
What'd you say,
I
Jordan?
thought it was pretty obvious that it was pulling the cart.
And what's on the cart?
Wine.
They kind of like try and peer over the gate, but they have trouble really seeing it up close. They send one of the guards down, and they kind of squeeze through the front gates and come down to check on it.
I mean, don't you normally receive shipments from the Marketov winery?
We do, but not from adventurers that we thought were still inside spending the night in the inn.
What are you talking about? You thought we just came through this gate earlier today.
They look at each other. They're like, that must have been the others on shift.
And we
Well,
are still
how was
spending
that
the
our
night in
fault?
the inn. We just haven't gotten back to the inn for the night yet.
But
We drank all the wine. We needed more.
the guard kind of like nods at you, and he looks over, and he does recognize the labels from being from the winery, and he gives a thumbs up to the other guards, who proceed to open up the gates for you.
Sorry, this guard order could use some discipline.
Someone should take over this town and, you know.
What are you, Oscar now?
Just egging Oscar on. Even though he's not here.
Yep. So then you guys are back in Vallaki.
Woo.
Oh, tiny still.
Yeah, let me see where you guys. So
Yeah, we drew stuff.
a lot of stuff. And then who's your horse?
Yeah.
Is that sun what the wicker suns look like?
Yes, exactly.
If I were to make a wicker sun, that's probably about what it would look like.
Yep. So you guys head straight back to the inn with the wine?
No, we go down every shady alley on the way there, hoping to be attacked.
Yes.
We stop by the toy makers first. Do we want to find out about this Blinksy thing?
Is that gonna take a while?
No. We take the wine back first.
All right. So, yep.
I agree with Finch. Action rejected. No silliness.
Yep. So you guys head back to the wine, or bring the wine back. Back to the Blue Water Inn. Where are your tokens?
They're in the inn.
You are in the inn. Yep.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring the horse.
No.
Does it matter?
I guess it
We
doesn't
draw things
matter.
Out here too. We did draw a smiley face out here too.
That horse is ours by right. We must have it on every map.
But yes, so you guys lead the horse outside of the inn. Do you all just head into the lobby?
I guess don't we bring it up to the stables?
Well, we don't know where we should bring it. I'll hang with the horses. You guys go ask Erwin where he wants them.
Oh, sure.
Okay. So Danica sees you guys approaching inside the inn and calls Erwin out. And Erwin excitedly walks out and he's like, did you get the shipment? Did you find out what happened?
Yes.
Ah, yes. Bring it around towards the back.
Do the thing.
Okay. So you bring the wine towards the back, and Erwin comes to the back here.
I mean, what would Erwin do if we said no?
Not give you a reward.
What if you're just like, we'll bring it to the front?
Oh, that?
Yeah, like.
I mean, he wouldn't refuse. Wine is wine.
That's my point.
I mean, I'm driving the horse. I'm a pretty nice guy. I'll take it around the back. I
Okay.
assume he's got someone to unload it. I just got to drive a horse. This is easy.
This is the easy part. Yeah. But he kind of like opens a back area that's like through a kitchen and brings the wine through and starts to restock it into an area that anyone in the lobby can see is somewhat behind Danica because she has like some barrels behind her that he's replacing. But I'm going to be right back 1 second.
Okay. So how's everyone in chat doing? Chaotic. I hope she plays Planet Zoo again. I need that Incest Zoo to come back because it was pretty entertaining. Though last I heard, somebody started min-maxing their zoo because they wanted super animals.
Gross. What's the fun in that?
Well, that's how it's her inner Oscar coming out, so she can sell them for the most money she can. Got to make super breeds.
That a thing?
All in the Family Zoo edition. I think that's our next stream title.
There we go. I feel accomplished.
Action. Do the thing.
Remember, kids, it's only illegal if you get caught.
That's all. The D's have been going well so far. You saw us bring the horse cart and wine back to town. It's been very exciting. Ran into random people. Found out that there's some shadiness in the winery. Yeah, Finch is right.
Shadiness. It was a gift.
Yeah, but
People often try to take gifts back by force.
And sometimes things are a gift, like, Indian land.
Too soon. Like, I don't know, New York. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, Aiden, you excited for your big date tonight? Wait, do we know about the date at all?
I don't know.
I don't
Still
know.
opening you about your dates.
I don't know how in game if we are aware of the date.
Regardless, I was gonna talk to Jorin about it.
Oh.
So, Jorin, leave your friend Finch there. Let's go have a chat.
Oh, all right, sir.
I'm ready.
Oh, oh, oh. Little chat by the well.
Yes. Is it a well or a fountain?
Is it fountain? I don't know. A fountain would be pretty impressive.
Yes.
Well makes a little more sense next to a small inn.
Yes, but it's the Blue Water Inn. It's an
Mm.
advertisement thing.
That's true. That's true.
All right. So Jorin, I have met a man.
Oh,
He's drop dead gorgeous and can't hold books.
sounds like he drops more.
Yes. So I've decided to go on a date with him tonight.
Ooh, good thing we got
A
back pretty quickly.
dangerous. Sorry.
So,
What'd you say?
so it's a good thing we got back quickly then.
Yes, it's perfect. I'll have plenty enough time to get myself ready, and we'll go out tonight. But as you know, the woods are dangerous, and I'll be wandering out there. So I could use some backup, probably.
I see.
So I need somebody sneaky, who's small and will go unnoticed, just in case things get dicey.
So I think I seem to fit those qualifications.
Yes, you do.
Aiden, I'd gladly accompany you.
Good. So I'm to meet him by the town gates, I believe, and we'll go out on a midnight stroll. Should take just a little bit, and then come back like nothing happened.
Okay, I suppose I should wait outside the gates prior to you guys leaving. It'd be hard for me to slip out of the gates behind you. But if I go out ahead of you, it might be a little easier.
Right. You should be able to identify me because I'll have my magic glowy torches.
Okay, those should be easy to follow.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, that's a date then.
Yes, it is. But
For
not
you,
with
anyway.
you.
All right. Sorry, got a random phone call. So yes. So you guys have delivered the wine, and switch it to D&D screen. Yes. So, Erwin meets you guys back in the lobby, and rummages through kind of like a satchel he has on his hip, and pulls out 100 gold for the party.
We are so rich.
Yeah, he gives that, and then says that, you know, that's to help pay off for all the for the days you've already and food you've already eaten and had here, as well as, you know, covering any other expenses that you might have occurred while you're out.
Well, that's very appropriate. Awesome.
Yep, and that's 100 for all of you, not for not nearly as much as the other family.
So it's 25 each. Wait, no, 20 each because there's 5 of us.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
I also realized in my D&D episode title I have the right name of the family, but in my stream title it was wrong. So let me fix that.
Nice.
But yep. So yeah, you guys are back in the inn, delivered the wine, handled this quest as well as cleaning out the winery. So you mentioned going by the toy shop?
Well, since we're here, Finch, you said you had the rest of our pay from the winery as well, right?
That I did. It was 500 total. So 100 each.
All right, let's divvy that up since we're back in town now.
Yes. Because, you know, I share everything I'm given.
It's good, man.
Not to slight anyone else in the party, but
I guess we'll split the other 100 now too.
Makes sense.
okay.
So how much total?
We get
Uh,
120
we're good.
each.
Yeah.
wanted to ask Erwin if he knew anything about these druids that attacked the winery.
Okay. The bar does have a few patrons in it, and Urin kind of looks suspiciously side to side. He goes, I know what you're speaking of, but I'm not sure I'm comfortable with it while the bar is so crowded. Perhaps we can talk at a later time, or I guess I do have the kitchen in the back if you really have the urge to talk now about it.
Well, your brother from the winery seemed concerned that the druids might be back, so knowing more could be helpful for us.
Oh, that's, so that is what delayed the shipments?
Yes.
Oh,
There were a few druids and living sticks.
yes, the druids do have some powers. Yeah,
Oscar got one of their staffs. It's weird and spongy and bleedy.
I'm assuming Oscar shows it off at this point.
That's a pretty good bet.
Yeah, you're the DM, so you tell him what he does.
Yeah, so Oscar, hearing you mention that, does kind of like show off the staff a bit, thinking that it's like cool. Erwin clearly has a disgusted look on his face. He's like, why would you pick that up again? Anyway.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Okay.
Why would you pick that up again? Anyway. I heard myself.
What?
Yeah. Did you sample hop?
Hop board.
His mic.
Are you there, Oscar?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. But yes, so Jorin pointed out that you have the new staff. I said that you showed it off to Erwin. Is that accurate?
Yeah, did some 6 spins down.
But yes, and then Erwin is clearly disgusted by the sight of the staff. Oh, also add 120 gold to your inventory.
All right.
Yeah, we got paid while you was gone.
But yes, Erwin very...
Got paid and was kind enough to split it evenly amongst the party.
Facts.
What are you trying to say?
A lot of things.
Just stating facts, as Finch says.
Oops.
He's just doing the thing.
Doing the thing. But yeah, and then Erwin in a hushed tone goes, I'm not quite on speaking terms with my father thanks to these items in question. We can talk at another time. And then he does this because he starts to see some patrons approach. Oh, that's Ismark. He sees some patrons approach the bar to start ordering drinks, so he quickly cuts off the conversation.
Oh, well, it's your family, so.
Erwin nods, an understanding nod, but he does seem like he's starting to become busy with the other patrons.
Romero orders a wolf steak and 2 flagons of Red Dragon Crush.
Danica nudges Erwin to let him know that he has to cook, and Erwin nods and heads off into the kitchen, and Danica starts, with your newly prepared barrels, starts bringing you the Red Dragon Crush. But yeah, did you guys want to give Oscar kind of like a quick summary on what happened?
We conquered the winery and then got
No.
paid money
Nice.
and then went back to town.
What happened with all those guys that were hanging out the outside?
We let them back onto the winery.
What, the monk
Huh?
people? The druid people?
No, we haven't dealt with them yet. We're going to deal with them another
Wasn't
day.
there like a whole bunch of them that I was controlling for my staff before we exited the building?
Yeah. That's just details. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fine.
They left with the druids. We're going with that one.
I'll have to go back and listen to the YouTube video.
Yeah, I probably did forget that you were enchanting some of them.
That's fine. If they wandered off, that's totally fine.
He was making them dance.
Yeah, I think we just forgot about him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, definitely.
There were guys.
Yes.
Supposedly. We totally forgot about him.
So
No,
There's
I
a
know
whole
what you-
army.
Yeah, I actually do remember that now. It's like, huh, actually, that actually is a pretty big detail.
Oh, well.
yeah, but yeah, and then Finch did a lot of the talking. So you can imagine how that went.
Awkwardly.
But you guys did agree that you would come back to help deal with the druids after making the shipment back here to Vallaki to speak with Erwin again to finalize this.
All right.
And it's coming down to be about the sun's probably setting at this point with all the travel, and and you had to give up your rocking horse.
Why?
Because you went out to go, went out to go greet the family and such, and you had it in your hand still. And you know the mother and the kids were there, and it's like, hey, why don't you hand that over? I'm so happy you brought that out for them.
I was
And
taking
out-
it to my rocking chair facility to fix the one part of it. I'll take it there to get fixed and bring it back.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna work.
But the lady,
Not with your rolls.
did mention
You assume I'd even try.
the lady did mention that the toy maker is from this town.
Oh, we should go talk to him. I got this creepy doll that still has a signature on it.
Yes.
Yeah, there's that.
So anyway, I think you're caught up.
Did we run into any more almost werewolf people?
No, but we did
We ran
run,
into
run
some
into a bunch of
Vistani.
strange guys in orange outfits just hanging out in the woods smoking dope.
They were the Vistani. We hung out with them for a night.
I don't think those guys were the same Vistani. I don't remember a bunch of in orange outfits smoking dope hanging out in the woods with us.
That is
Like,
a
I don't
thing
think-
that didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the thing that has not happened to us yet.
I don't know. They seem like
Is
alright
this-
guys to me.
Is this still the night before the festival?
Yes.
Yeah, in the morning the festival will begin.
Cool.
Yeah, and in the entryway for the gate that you came in, you saw all the wolf heads were replaced with suns.
With Wicker Suns.
Yes.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense than the SON I thought you had meant. I'm like, oh god.
It's okay. Finch told the lady with kids that people's kids are turning into cookies thanks to toys.
Yeah. He did kind of say that. And he promised free protection for their winery from us from now on.
That's
What,
not what was
free
promised.
protection?
That's not what was promised at all. How do you get that from what I said?
Pretty sure you said send a letter to the inn if you need help.
Yeah,
and
because
show up and
they
help.
already talked to you, right? That's kind of what the insinuation was. It's a
Hopefully that's what they
protection thing.
got, because when I show up to defend them next and demand a tithe, they're going to be really sad if they weren't expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
Prices go up with experience.
We should send
Exactly.
over a paperwork just giving them a little heads up about our prices. That way when they call, they know. Work up a formal contract.
Maybe that sounds less authoritarian than what we're going for.
You know,
An
we'll have them
itemized
sign
bill.
treaties.
All right. Yeah. So everything seems settled here in the inn.
Mm-hmm.
You do notice, Romero, as you're eating your steak and you kind of survey the crowd, you do see that Irina and Ismark are still kind of like here on the bar. Irina looking a little bit nervous about her state of affairs right now.
We should probably get that sorted out.
I noticed that.
Yeah, because everybody else is bickering and you're sitting there and you now have wine and steak and you're kind of just surveying the room.
That sounds actually 100% believable.
Okay. So I just kind of shrug and go back to eating, because that's Romero. So, sorry. Is she giving me like puppy dog eyes, like please help me? 'Cause
No,
then he
she's
might
not
get
looking
up.
at you. She's kind of like fidgeting and talking with Ismark, and Ismark looks like he's trying to calm her down.
Gotcha. I just like bop Oscar, and I'm like, hey, yo, your girl is sad, and then go back to my steak.
I'm gonna, I guess, get a drink from the bar. By this point, do I know what she's used to drinking? What's her usual?
You guys have never drank with her.
No.
She wants a martini.
Martini. Let me get my notes.
Are you checking your martini skills?
My martini notes.
She wants an old Tom.
Get her a rusty mule. No, I'll just under a whisper tone, just be like, hey, Diana, what has she normally been drinking?
Diana.
Danica.
Didn't go.
I like to imagine he still messed up the
Nah,
name
yeah.
for real. And
At first she doesn't reply to you, and then she hears you correct yourself, and she looks up at you and she's like, who does what, or who are you asking for?
Asking about Irina.
Danica kind of looks around and she sees her. She's like, she doesn't really order drinks here. She's usually just getting water.
Oh, well, what do you normally drink?
The Red Dragon Crush. It's the usual that we have in stock in the house.
All right, then 3 orders of those, please.
She nods and she starts filling those out for you.
All right, I take all 3 and I'll bring them over to the table. Hey guys, how's it going?
Ismark is the one that answers. Like, things are fine. Irina's just nervous with the festival that we might not have time to find her the place to stay post festival.
Oh, well, if you need something to help calm your nerves as we think this over, and I offer her one of the drinks, gesturing the other one for her brother.
Mm-hmm. Ismark nods and starts to take a sip. Irina kind of just plays with the cup.
You know, it tastes a lot better in your mouth than in your hand.
Irina, she kind of shakes her head. She's like, I'm sorry. It's just everything's so hectic with the festival. I don't want to bother anyone, but I really want to make sure I finalize where to stay. I feel like, the inn's nice and all, but I'm going to run out of funds.
Well, quick question. Hops, out of game. We have, unlimited board because we helped them out with their wine thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that, indefinite, or are they under the assumption that we're leaving after the festival?
They don't have an assumption of when you're leaving, but it's safe to say that Erwin is probably only extending it to the 5 of you.
Okay. I mean, if you say back to her, well, if you guys do need an extension, I know my room is no charge from what I've been helping him out here with. You're more than welcome to stay with me. But have you guys talked to the Burgermeister yet?
He's been so busy trying to finalize everything for the festival to make it perfect, and I don't blame him. It's what they do to keep he who shall not be named out of here, but
You can call him D-Bag, it's fine.
she looks at you very confused. Is that devil bag?
It can be whatever word you want to use. Devil can work.
It's
Dog could work as well.
a dog bag?
Yeah.
Dolorous.
She looks even more confused, but she kind of shakes it off, and she's She's like, yes, I mean, I thought that it would be kind to have your extended stay, but I don't want to take that from you in case you guys ever need to be back in the inn. I thought the church would be my best bet, but they still seem pretty nervous.
Well, I mean, we can help you look as much as we can. I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about trying to find one right before the festival. You should enjoy yourself a little bit. Would you allow me to use some of my magic to maybe help calm you down?
Oh man.
Do you say that in character?
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
Your magic? Are you hitting on me, Oscar?
What? No, I'm generally worried about your well-being. You seem a little fragile, like your emotions have gotten like the best of you, and I just want to maybe help you calm them down.
This is like a really long pun. She looks confused. She's like, what kind of are you gonna make a potion for me?
I'm going to look over the spell real quick. It's Fireball. I'm going to cast Fireball.
No.
No, I'm just gonna. It doesn't really. It just kind of talks about it. Usually they give you like all the kind of things for it.
Oh, the descriptions.
Yeah. No, it's like a magic sedative that kind of just mellows everybody out.
What are the repercussions? What are the repercussions for calm emotions?
Well, let me just pop it up.
Yeah.
So everybody can see it. I think they just know that I've casted it on them afterwards. When the spell ends, the creature becomes hostile again, unless the DM. So they just know it'll happen.
Nice. You can make Irina not hostile against you.
That seems like
You s-
No effect.
Like, I don't think she's hostile right now.
Well, I mean, in general, like the spells, yeah, for combat, but I think non-combat
Not
purposes,
yet.
you'll still be able to calm down a
So,
person.
I mean, it sounds more like you create indifference. It's not necessarily like.
So you make them depressed?
You suppress any effect causing them to be charmed or frightened, and they're not hostile towards you.
Well, I mean, if she doesn't think calm emotion will work, you can always try invisibility. Let her walk around a little bit unseen, not having to worry. Could be freeing.
I mean, you can. Trying to think if this would really hold an effect to her, because I don't know if her emotions are I don't know. The way the spell's written seems a lot more like drastic emotions that you try to calm than her just being melancholy and worried.
Well, you made it sound like she was a little more than melancholy, a little frazzled.
So did Oscar end up charming?
I don't know. I'm reading calm emotions, and I don't know if her emotions are this drastic, but I guess if you overdo it, in theory, she's still calmer.
This is a mutual learning experience we're going through right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'll let you try it. Do you have to make a roll? Is she doing a charisma saving against you?
Well, I mean, if she's open to it, I think she can just get hit, right?
That sounds terrible.
It
I
doesn't
mean, which
awful.
effect is he using? Just suppressing the effect to cause her to be frightened?
Yeah, that's the only thing I can.
Like, is this just what magic therapy is?
It's
It's a
this is
magic
basically
Xanax.
magic. Well, it's even less than a Xanax because I don't know. It's just making her indifferent to what's making her worried right now. So she's gonna go from like kind of frightened that she doesn't have a place to stay to kind of meh that she doesn't have a place to stay.
Yeah, like I don't think she'd feel
It's not
better.
gonna make her happy.
Yeah, she would just be like those guys in the woods.
Well, you know, you take calm emotions and you add on a nice night on the town, cheer her up a bit.
No, I
It's-
was not hitting on you.
Is that the end goal to create consent?
I'd also like to note,
Wait.
calm emotions only lasts a minute, and it's concentration, so he can only calm her down with this for like a minute.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice the duration.
So he can make her like really not worried about stuff for a minute.
That's a minute enough so she can, you know, take a sip of the drink and that'll handle the rest.
Maybe, I don't know, man. I'm just letting you know the facts.
I'm gonna say that she's still skeptical about it.
That's fine.
And she doesn't seem open to the idea of it. Instead, she does like take a small sip of the drink, and then she clearly coughs because she's not used to drinking alcohol.
I will cast Mage Hand though to use this to take a few sips of my drink.
You flexing?
Yeah, I'm flexing.
He's trying to
Got a
impress her.
peacock.
Irina notices, but she doesn't really seem impressed by it. Yeah. What about the rest of you? Are you all just watching?
This is a train wreck.
Honestly, this is our TV.
This is your-
this is our nightly entertainment. Watch Oscar to failing to hit on people.
Pretty good.
So it's like the four of us sitting at a table watching him do this, taking bets on what was gonna happen.
Yes.
As this is all going on, you guys see an older gentleman. He has glasses, really brightly colored clothes, and he kind of like rushes past all of you to head to the bar and takes a seat at the bar and begins ordering. He sees the four of you and kind of turns around. He's like, "Adventurers."
Where?
He points at you guys and he goes, "The lot of you, adventurers?
We've adventured.
Have adventured."
We're adventurers in
Currently?
It's not often I see new people around here in Barovia, let alone in Vallaki.
Didn't we meet this man before?
I don't know if you guys actually talked to him though, did he?
We did meet people that were like, "Whoa, adventurers!" on the first day we came here. But I
No.
don't. This is probably a different person.
I know
They
he's
can't all be the same.
yeah, I know he sat at the bar. He might have talked to you before. I just don't remember. You guys really
I
know.
don't- Yeah, I don't really
didn't
remember.
Didn't I find out about this guy? But I had to abruptly leave.
It might have been you.
I think. Is he the guy that has like the weird cart?
Yes, because you went shopping.
Yes.
But I don't think anyone else knows who he is.
He didn't perceive you as an adventurer, but
He-
now they're all together collectively.
No, he
Yeah,
wasn't.
He's like looking at the table. He's like two heavily armed gentlemen, a child with a bow,
No, he wasn't there
and
when.
Oscar. Well, Oscar's not at the table. I think Aiden's supposed to be there too.
Yeah, no, he wasn't at his cart. Jorin just talked to the shopkeepers.
About the cart because it looks.
Yeah. So
like run down.
so this old man has just turned around and looked at this table of armed people and assumed that we're adventurers.
Yes, he assumed your
Color-coded
occupation.
people.
But yes.
I think the last guy that was excited to see adventurers, was it one of the merchants? Or was it also what Erwin said when he
I
gave
thought
you
it
the
was
quest?
I thought it was the two drunk guys.
Yeah, I thought it was the two drunk guys.
Yeah, there were the two drunk guys that wanted to hear stories from you.
Mhm.
Those guys were cool.
And drunk.
Very drunk. But yeah, so he seems curious about you. He's like, so how have you been enjoying your stay in Vallaki?
Murdered rats. That was fun.
We did make rat kebabs.
Rat kebabs.
Danica makes a pretty mean wolf steak.
Ah, she does. I'm actually ordering one of those now to take over to my friend.
Why do you
It's
say it
very-
like that?
Yeah, that was.
That was hella suspicious.
I'm sorry.
Like,
Sometimes I confuse what our I'm confused what our relationship is sometimes. Like sometimes we're friends, sometimes he doesn't get along with me. I just force.
Sometimes you're levelers.
Never lovers.
Never say never, my friend. Always keep on the optimistic side.
His eyes kind of go wide. He's like, that would be a definitely odd partnership, but no, never lovers.
So you're saying your friend is a little bit strange?
Yes, but aren't we all?
Not
Yeah.
all of us.
I don't think necessarily, as I, mage hand my beer.
He's like, yes, but I mean, look at me, for example. He shows off. He has very, like, brightly colored clothing from what you'd expect. And he's like, I used to be a circus owner. I've actually got my cart over at the shopkeeper's. I'm keeping it there for now until I decide to go on to my next carnival gig. It's been a while, though.
You look kind of normal.
What kind of carnival do you run?
I mean, I've had various animals that I brought around to the various areas in Barovia to hopefully bring joy and happiness. They've long since passed, though.
Oh, wait, if it's just animals, isn't that a zoo? Not a carnival?
It's less so.
It depends on what you do with the animals.
Yeah, these are more for show, not for just staying in one place.
Like a zoo. For show.
I think what he means is he's got bears and he makes them balance on balls.
Well, you gotta lead with that.
I'm curious why he was very nonchalant about his strange friend suddenly.
Is your strange friend an animal?
You think I befriend my animals? I mean, I try to, but sometimes the training doesn't go so
befriend
well.
my animal, and I pet Bungie.
He looks, he's like, oh, that is quite the adorable animal. Too small for a ring show, but quite adorable. What's his
Well, that's
name?
what you think, and then I
Oh man, here it comes.
toss him in the air and make him do a glide.
You want the girls for a nap? Does he do the nap as well, or is that?
Yes, he does. Absolutely.
Rictavio, the man, he clearly looks impressed. He's like, that is quite impressive. That's quite impressive. How long did it take for you to train such a creature?
Oh, he's not trained. He just does what he wants.
Even more impressive. So yes, you two are very close. No, the animals I have, it takes some work. It's not so easy to get them to get along with me.
Well, if you get a few druids together.
It does help when you can literally speak with them.
That does make a difference. But no, yes. No, I'm getting this steak to give over to my pal that runs the toy shop around here. He's being so nice as to taking care of my monkey as it's not welcome here in the inn.
Your pal at the toy shop, and which toy shop would that be?
The only toy shop in town, Blinsky.
Oh, we have a place we're going to.
Conveniently, we had to have a conversation with Mr.
We've come across some of his
weird name, man.
toys.
His
You know,
toys.
Glinksy.
Blinksy?
Glinksy. the unknown toy maker, goes around spray painting toys.
Blinksy.
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 Now I'm doubting the way I'm saying it. Hold on.
Yeah, I kept thinking you were saying Blinsky.
That's what I thought.
It might be, but I've lost my train of thought at this point. I know I have his
Blinky.
Blinky. Blinksky.
Blinksy.
Blingsky. It
Like
is what I
Yarditsky.
was saying before.
So if you replace the G with, or the K with a G, then you end up with Blingsy.
Blinks. That makes it sound like the drink. Isn't that like a Bellini?
Bellalinsky.
I didn't realize all these
Bellini
toys
is a
were
drink.
solid gold.
Blinsky.
How many ways can we permute?
Is it Blinsky?
It is
Or is
Blinsky. I confused myself.
Blinsky.
Blinsky.
You're a Blinsky.
Mom's a Blinsky.
But yeah,
Oh man,
Hmm.
you got me.
you got me.
Got him.
Shots fired.
But yeah, so the man goes, yes, yeah, my monkey Piccolo unfortunately couldn't stay with me here at the inn, so Blinsky's been nice enough to take care of him.
Or is it Piccolo named Monkey?
Wait, is your monkey green?
No, normal monkey colors.
I got you there.
I know what you're saying, but this man doesn't.
His best friend's not a carrot?
All named after various vegetables? Or vegetable itself.
You gotta be careful with vegetables. They could be quite deadly.
Always deadly.
And now for something completely different.
But yes, but as you guys are conversing, you can see that Danica brings out this man a steak, but she's wrapped it in like a little to-go handkerchief for him, and he also has an apple, and he nods and he says, must go, gotta deliver the food, and then heads out of the inn.
All right.
I told you this place was full of weirdos.
What should be next course of action, by the way?
That guy just seemed like to be weird to be on, for weird's sake.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. This entire freaking area is just full of weird people.
He was very interested that we were adventurers, though. That's cool.
Was he interested or was he concerned?
Seemed a little bit of both, maybe.
Jorin.
Why aren't you sitting like the rest of us?
The pattern.
I can't click my little. There it is.
Sitting around the table like adventurers do.
Adventure.
I can't put it in the middle.
No, not with the grid system the way it is.
Oscar would just sit on the table.
On my end, I can make a beautiful flower because I can just hold my character there for a little bit.
Just
before they
hover
let
it.
go. Yeah,
Just
he
T
flaps on the
posing
wall.
there.
He's sitting on the table using mage hand to drink his drink from across to the other table.
I should pop out some unseen servants.
But yeah, so did you guys want to focus on Oscar's talk to
Irina?
Irina, or you guys did also seem interested in the toys?
Well, I think that's what we're gonna get to, right? All right. What should we go on to next? We got a few balls juggling in the air, and
I mean, we could
Which
generally
one
just
should we
follow
get?
that guy to the toy place.
you wanna just do that right now, real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can catch up to him.
All right.
Alright. Talk to you later, Irene. I gotta go see a man about a doll.
Always it is.
She's like, is D bag for doll bag?
It could be. And I'm just gonna
Oh, Irina, you're just so
down the drink and head out.
All right. So as you guys leave the inn and head back out to the town of Valaki. You guys realize that it seems like the man you were talking to at the inn must have jogged off very quickly because you don't see him directly outside. I've accidentally brought the woman. There you go.
Oscar's friend.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we could just ask where
Wait,
it
which
is.
woman was
Can't
that?
be that hard.
The Fade to Black.
Oh, fuck. Wait, what?
I-
Why did you not...
I accidentally dragged her over. She doesn't.
She was there the whole time in the bar while you were hitting on Irina.
Watching angrily from the corner.
With a
Oh,
knife
fuck.
behind her back.
Nah,
He's
she'd
gonna get
hang you
stabbed.
with the weaves.
Yeah.
The question is, would we stop that?
I might enjoy it. You don't know.
See, that's the point, right?
We have a horse?
The horse is been dropped off at the inn.
Or...
We had a horse.
Yeah, this is the horse that
Yeah.
pulled the wagon that had the wine delivery.
So wait, real quick, super important question. Was or was not that woman actually there?
She was not there.
Okay, good. I'll deal with that at the festival.
But yeah, you got one of you could easily go in and just ask directions for the toy place. Just say that you did that before you left, since it looks like Octavio, or the man in the bar, seemed to disappear quickly.
Finch said he's going to do the thing,
He's gonna do the thing.
Yes.
Do the thing.
which is not something he would usually do. Usually, he would just do the other thing.
The other thing.
Sorry, read
Usually he
previous
does the stuff.
macro.
They say that the toy shop is not too far from here at the inn. You just need to head a little bit south in this direction. I guess that's the first. If you turn out from the inn and make a left, it'll be on your left, right?
We do that.
Nice. That's towards all the shops.
Turn right, go left. Sure.
And up here. Is there a I don't think there's a separate map for it. Scrolling.
That means we can't fight in the toy factory.
Yeah. So you approach and see that it is.
That's what you think, Oscar, but we can fight in the toy factory. There's nothing stopping us.
No battle map, no battle.
There's a random battle map that can be anywhere.
Curses.
Battles. Do the other thing. Ah, perfect.
Yes. So you approach this building. What you see from the outside is it looks like a cramped shop that has a dark entrance portico. Above that portico, there's a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse with a bee engraved on both sides. On either side of the entrance are two arched lead-framed windows. The glass through the windows is pretty dirty, but you can see jumbled displays of toys and hanging placards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky." Portico, I think, is like the little hanging entrance thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like that guy.
Okay. It is an educational day.
You learn something new every single...
Blinksy.
Blinsky.
If you don't do that, you end up like dinosaurs.
Is no fun, is no Blinksky.
Alright. You guys just head in.
I mean, is it open or?
Yeah.
You know, like, is this?
Do
a
they have a
knock
little
kinda
open
thing?
sign?
Is this an appointment kind of thing? I don't.
No, it doesn't, like, if you guys, there doesn't seem to be
You have to
any
make
open
appointments for
or
your toy shop?
closed sign. I don't
We'll
think.
just walk in and see how it goes.
Okay. So, walking in, you hear the little ring of the bell, and you see a heavy-set man in the back. It looks like he's wearing a jester's cap that has a couple holes in it, likely moth-eaten. And as soon as he hears the bell ring, he goes, "Welcome, friends, to the House of Blinsky, where happiness and smiles can be bought at bargain prices. Perhaps you know a little child in need of joy, a little toy for a boy or girl."
I just turn to Aiden and go, "Oh my god, I hate him already."
I don't know. He sounds quite fun.
I quite enjoy his accent.
Yeah. He smiles at you guys, and you can see around the place that he has various shelves behind him with various toys on display that you can see right away. There's a headless doll that comes that looks like it has a sack next to it. There's a mini gallows that looks like there's a little hanged man hanging from it. A set of wooden nesting dolls, a wood and string mobile of hanging bats, a wind up merry-go-round, but on the merry-go-round are snarling wolves chasing children instead of prancing horses. A ventriloquist dummy that looks like he who shall not be named, and a doll that looks remarkably like Irina.
I'm interested in both those things. Oh, you know what I should probably do right now? I can kind of stand behind my friends and try to cast detect magic without being without being caught detecting magic. Like sleight of hand it.
Can you give me the spell description?
Yeah, if you have to say magic-y words. He has to
Whisper
say
it
magic-y words.
under my breath.
Yeah, you have to do vocal and somatic.
So he's making strange gestures and he's saying strange words. It's up to you, DM.
I mean, I can roll to either performance or performance and like some sleight of hand or something.
I'd say, yeah,
Or
first
it's general stealth.
Well, yours, brother. You can say he's insane.
first sleight of hand.
I mean, that's just accuracy. It's not even lying.
13.
Okay. And then yeah, I guess then a stealth. Or no, deception. I don't know which one.
I'll take deception.
It's probably deception.
Yeah.
I mean, he's bard, so he's good at everything.
He is good at
I
everything.
mean, these are all pretty decent rolls.
Yeah. So you're able to. I'm gonna guess that you're gonna go ahead and stand behind Romero. So you stand behind Romero and you start whispering, and what you whisper to cast your spell isn't heard, but you kind of overestimate the fact that Romero's armor isn't that big. So you start to wave your hands about casting the spell, and Blinsky does catch you, and he looks at you. He's like, "Everything okay?"
Yeah, I'm just admiring all the interesting work. I actually have one of your dolls here.
You has? When did you come by? Is it for a little boy or girl?
This looks like a little girl's doll, and I will produce the doll I got, I believe, from the...
Are you going to complete your spell first?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we got it from some lady who said her kid went missing.
All right. But yeah, I do complete the spell.
Okay. You don't sense anything magic.
Huh.
But anyway, so you show him the toy. And what did you say about it?
Just that we had come across one before. What? No Blinksy, no fun.
Yes, that is the logo I put on all toys.
I quite admired your craftsmanship on this piece. Can you tell me more about it?
He looks at the doll. He's like, very, very old doll for little girl. I believe for Mary over in Village of Barovia.
Ah.
I
You have a keen memory for these kinds of things.
Yes, all my toys are very important to me. Would you like me to show you any of these samples? They can make you very happy.
Yeah, I'm actually quite interested in these two on the end here.
Which...
That being the one of Strahd and the one of Arena.
Okay. Yes, ventriloquist dummy. We use this to make evil man say dumb things. Get
quite
it? He
enjoy
is
that.
dummy.
May I try?
Yes.
I'll pick up the pup and be like, "Look at me! I'm someone who has to creep on a different girl. Wah wah wah."
He kind of chuckles and he like hits his hand on the table. He's like, so funny, make you happy. It's 9 silver.
9 silver. And what about the one next to it?
Can you say what it is?
Yeah, I gesture over to the Irene doll.
Oh, not for sale.
No?
No.
There's
The
another buyer already come for it.
I must make for the burgomaster's man. He requests new one each month. Is not for sale.
The Burgermeister's man?
He has men working for him that help him.
Okay. And now, is this based off of anybody you know, or just a random girl?
Not familiar. He just gives description and I create doll.
Oh, okay. Well, he has good taste in dolls. What was the guy's name again?
He is named Isaac.
Isaac?
Yes. Would you like more toys? And then you see that he kind of like, he gets excited and points to the headless doll and the monkey that the man in the bar described to you hops up and grabs the doll and brings it down. And Blinsky opens the sack that comes with the doll. He's like, look, it has separate attachable heads. This one has eyes and mouth stitched shut.
Well, why?
You can make children happy, yes? Just like festival. Make everyone in town happy.
What do you guys think? Have any toys piqued your interest?
I suppose this one, and I'll point at the Irina one. What serves as inspiration for dolls like this?
This in particular, just told to me by Isaac. I make what he wants, and he leave me alone.
Which one's Isaac?
That's what they were just talking about.
Yeah, we haven't met him yet, right?
No.
He's one of the Burgermeister's men.
Mm-hmm.
The Burgermaster's man.
And he gave you a description this perfect?
Yes. I don't ask question. I just supply man with doll.
Interesting.
Wait, quick question, Hops. When you say doll, you mean like cute little doll, toy doll? Or
Toy
like,
doll. Toy
one of
doll.
those-
Get your mind out the gutter. What kind of town you think this is that they can make the other kind of doll?
You've given us
You
several
picked up on
clues
it pretty
that,
quickly.
yeah. It's basically just slightly larger, and it always looks shocked.
It's not too different from the doll that you have, like, from Mary, in the sense it's like...
Is it like a porcelain doll, or is it like a woven one?
No, it's like a woven one.
Okay.
Can I ask him when he made this doll?
So it's a Raggedy Ann of Irina.
Mm-hmm. This one I make this month. He comes and gets a new one every month.
Do any of the dolls he asked for resemble anybody in the town?
Nope, always like this.
Oh, always the exact same?
Yes, it gets easier over time. You just keep remaking. Make it look better each time.
And then, Hops, do we get, is this like a cute kind of thing, or is it slightly, creepy?
That's up to
Yeah,
you guys.
The entire building is filled with gallows humor toys about like beheadings and shit. I'm sure it's not the cutest toy in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I want to
this
look
is
at the
right.
Russian nesting dolls.
Okay.
Damn it.
So Blinsky points. He gets the monkey's attention and points to the nesting dolls, and the monkey brings you the nesting dolls.
How far is he from these toys that he needs the monkey to get them?
He's not far. He's just excited that he's taught the monkey how to get toys.
Oh, okay.
It's not a big store. But yeah, so do you start opening up the nesting dolls?
Yeah.
All right, so as you open them, the smaller each one gets, the older gets inside. And then once you find the innermost doll, it looks like a mummified corpse.
Like, hooray. Super duper fun.
And we're sure my
How would
detect
I
magic's
agree
not
with-
picking up anything.
Yes.
Blinsky's definition of fun.
I kind of just say, why don't you have anything that's like brighter and more cheerful?
Cheerful. I am the wizard of tiny wonders. Aren't these not wondrous?
Oh, they make me wonder.
I think they're quite.
Come now, Romero. You've clearly never played with toys like this, and I'll just like play with the gallows.
Yes. I mean, I'm just happy to have you. You were first customers. Last customer was a Rictavio man. Give me this monkey and got a doll that looks like a Vistani.
He gave you the monkey?
Yeah, he said can't stay at the inn.
Oh, okay.
So now he'd get toys for me. Want to see more?
Sure.
Do you have anything that's like a toy that you can play with? It's like a game, like a ball and cup.
He looks around. He's like, not at the moment. No. Would you?
Oh,
Are you
I
requesting?
mean, like puzzle boxes and such. Love a puzzle box.
Hey, so a puzzle box for you and some sort of ball and cup toy for me.
If you put in a request, I can do.
Brother, do you
how
want
much-
anything for Bungie?
I don't know. Do they have anything that would be bunny oriented? I don't think so. It doesn't seem like this is a place for pets.
It's got a monkey.
As I measure the diameter of the hole on the gallows thing and kind of eye up the bunny, I'm like, not for him.
Well,
Hops.
this kind of seems like a dead end.
Yes, but would you like request for toy only? Only 10 copper each.
10 copper each.
Yes.
Very well. I mean, if you'll paint it bright and cheerful, I'll give you a silver.
Bright and cheerful. Here, how about 10 copper now? I make toy. If you're not satisfied, just leave it at the 10.
How long will
Deal.
it take?
He kind of like leans down and rummages under like his desk. He's like, I think I have parts. Maybe after festival.
He just pulls out ball, piece of string, cup. I think I can figure this out.
Easiest commission ever.
It's still gonna take him 18 hours.
Well, he's still got to prepare for the festival.
Alright, well,
He
I
needs
give
to
him
make
a
more
silver.
gallows. for
Can-
the
can-
festival.
Is there a way you could just deliver it to where we're staying at the inn?
Oh yes, I haven't been to inn in a while. I can bring.
Cool. And yeah, I guess then we'll do that.
Oh, what
Ye-
are you?
I'm just
Do you have
looking for
activities
something.
planned for the festival?
Oh, I will. These toys that you see around is what I prepare for festival. So I'll just have stand and booth out and try to sell to little boy and girl.
Do a lot of kids buy these toys?
I'm the wizard of tiny wonders, and no other toy maker in town.
I whisper to Oscar, I see an opportunity for business for you.
But are we any good at a craft like that?
I don't think you'd have to be.
I think we should probably just buy his stuff, repaint him happier, and then sell him at a bigger price.
Just actually put eyes and a smile on it. It'd be alright. More Oscar, more fun.
Pay the money.
Any other request?
I think Finch wanted a puzzle box, right?
Yes,
Yeah, it's
yes.
more something to keep my hands busy when I'm on the road.
I wrote down.
But yes, I'll give you the 9 silver for this this puppet here.
Thank you. Much appreciate. I'll have to make new dummy for tomorrow, but I have time.
Don't worry, this is the best dummy.
All right.
Hey, the dummy got a dummy.
Oh!
Someone had to say it.
Said he's serving.
Don't worry. If we ever run into this guy, I'm definitely going to use this to talk to him.
Pull out the Strahd thing.
Oh my
piss off
God.
Strahd, get himself killed.
No
Boy, I hope
joke.
we run into him
No
randomly
joke.
again.
Fenj totally just goes onto the ground laughing.
Hey, Strahd, it's me, your brother.
Blinsky goes, "You
All right.
so happy," and he's so really excited to see you guys having a good time.
You know what, Rublinski? Can I commission you to make a doll in my likeness?
Like a doll in your likeness or a dummy in your likeness?
Hmm.
You already have you.
Can't get dumber.
Oh, jeez. Daddy laying into him.
You
Yeah,
guys are just
so you
leaving
know
these
what?
open for me here. I'm sorry.
I'd like a puppet in my likeness.
Just like the devil, but you instead.
Yes.
Yes, and he goes to write it down. And he does like a very rough sketch of you, but when you look, it kind of just looks like a stick figure and with kind of your hairstyle.
Okay. No, I mean, the hair was hard to get, so.
What did you want, Aiden? You were getting something.
Well, actually, I was going to get a doll for myself with a glass covered box so that you could see it while it was put in place.
Ooh, display.
So wait, and Blinsky's like, what would you like your doll to look like?
I gesture to myself.
No, I'll give him a description of Turtle and Freak.
Oh, so
To the kids.
so you want two of them?
Oh shit, we've been in this toy store this whole time and I forgot we have kids.
You have kids.
Hey man, you just went out to go get some wine. You went to the store. It's all good.
Be back, picking up a pack of cigarettes.
Literally immediately forgets he has kids.
Yep.
So
And then the box should be a glass sheet that folds into a wooden box and then can be locked in place.
oh, so like the museum style boxes.
Kind of.
Okay. So freaking Myrtle dolls and dummy of Oscar for Oscar.
I realized one of the drawings on the map is Black Shock and Barrel eating a rabbit.
Yes.
When did you do that?
I didn't do it.
That
That's
was
in
when we
there.
were leaving. Yeah.
I've been adding to it.
The fire and yum got added recently.
I think the rabbits came first.
The rabbit's pretty early. Yeah, that was.
Oh,
that was
for when you went
first
to the pet
arrived
store.
The rabbit was when we first got to Valaki.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah.
There were two. What happened to the other rabbit?
I think the other one got deleted.
Is that red thing supposed to be a rabbit?
No, I don't know what that is. I'm not sure who drew it.
I see someone drew the gallows toy. But yeah, so yep. So you put in all your toy requests. You guys good? Jorin, did you have any? You seem to be the only one without one.
I don't. I'm too mature for toys. This is ridiculous.
Just because they're about the same height as him.
And none of these toys bring me any joy.
We did find out where Isaac is, right?
You just know that he works for the Burgomaster.
How often does he come and make these requests?
A month.
Once a month.
Once a month. Did he make his request for this month?
That's this one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why the doll's there.
And wasn't Ricardo supposed to be bringing a steak here for this guy? What happened to that?
We haven't asked him.
We haven't left yet. You could still ask.
That was his name, right? Do I know
Rictavio.
his name?
Rictavio.
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 Oh, Rictavio.
Oh, Rictavio.
I'll ask Blinsky about that. We saw Rictavio said he was bringing a steak over for him for watching the monkey.
Bring me
Has he
steak.
seen him? That's
Oh,
what he
that would
told
make me
us.
very happy. I haven't seen Rictavio for a bit.
He
Is
told
it
us
possible that we beat him here?
he would have had to go well out of his way, I suppose.
Yeah, no, he doesn't bring steak.
He lied to us.
Dirty liar, Rictavio.
I wonder who the steak was for. Suspicious.
But
So
yeah.
anyway,
All right.
Yeah, but you see
Well, that's all I
Linsky
got.
starts with all the requests that he thinks he has to finish by the time the festival's over. He walks away from like the storefront area and heads to like a workshop table on the side and starts getting very busy.
Giggity.
Where- I could say with your dummy. I don't know if that makes you feel better.
I just have a shocked expression on my face.
Shocked Pikachu.
All right. But I'd say, yeah. Leaving the shop, you guys see it's the sunset. It's reaching nightfall now.
we go back to the bar and get ready for bed.
Okay.
Oh man, you know what my bed preparations now include?
Don't know.
What? What?
I don't want to know.
Nobody wants to know.
You did buy a new dummy.
No, not that.
That's
I got
like,
my two uses of sending. I gotta make phone calls.
Okay.
all right. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Who are you making phone calls to?
Is one the druid?
Well, first I gotta check in with the druid, see how the conversation went with him and his master.
Is that literally what you? Is that literally what you say? I didn't know if you were
How
rephrasing
are
it.
things with you and your master?
Well, no. I mean, I'm gonna wait till like the end of the night, so I don't know if there's anything else going on at the bar.
Nothing looks.
I think we were gonna have a team meeting or something like that.
Okay, we can do that now. I think it's fine.
Yeah. Has everybody just been sitting there the whole time?
You come in and they immediately take formation.
So we don't want you to feel threatened or anything, but this is an intervention.
Yes, and
I just mean this is the description of what just happened. It's definitely what it looks like, I'm assuming.
So, is Mark and Arena are still in the bar?
Yeah, but it looks like they're getting ready to call it a night.
I lean in close to the group and it's like, do you think they know about the dolls for the Burgermeister?
no, we should probably keep it that way for the moment.
Are you sure? Because it seems like if we are supposed to be, just leaving Irina here, that seems a little bit off.
Oh shit,
Well-
that could be voodoo dolls.
Maybe
said
maybe
that
you
out
should take Hops, I know it looked like her, but did it have the same wardrobe as her?
No.
Because I think that might, in theory, these dolls might just be like somehow getting over to Strahd, because that might be his type.
Why does he need a new one every month?
Yeah.
Because those are
Only hoes
dolls,
get
so they
ruined,
get
yeah.
sticky.
Oh.
He just picks up dolls and pomegranates.
What's month, man?
Yeah, peels oranges near them.
He's
Anyway.
got a real session with pies.
Yes, clearly. It could be threatening for Irina there.
mean, if
Isaac
you
is
wanna-
working with the Burgermeister.
if you want to take her brother to the side and kind of tell him first and see if he thinks he should tell her. She already seems so fragile with frazzled with everything going on.
Well, you have the best relationship with the mocker. I thought that was why.
Yeah, not with
could-
the brother.
You could hit them with calm emotions and then tell them.
I don't think that it's important to tell them. They haven't met with them. The festival is tomorrow, so we still have a couple days.
I mean, we can
And
gauge
they could
out
always
this
stay
by
at
ourselves.
the church instead.
You're just saying that because you want to go on your date.
You don't even know about that.
True enough.
Yeah, but no, they do look like they're starting to head to the rooms, and they leave the bar.
Before she goes up, I will say, Irina, did that drink make you feel any better?
Yeah, it did. It helped me calm down a bit. It's still a lot for me to take. Hopefully, things get settled. Sorry to stress you guys out. What is
No
this?
problem, no problem.
That was the path of a fly.
What?
I thought suddenly we were under attack.
Fireball!
It looked like a
It
fireball.
explodes.
So wait, who's this other woman in this bar currently?
Just
She's a
another.
patron.
Yeah.
Generic bar patron number 3.
Yes.
What? Is she hot?
Are we gonna do this again where I accidentally roll like a fucking 20?
Roll for perception.
What is it? 3d6?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nope.
Oh.
You like
Alright,
think
French,
from
all
behind,
yours.
you're like, she's kind of hot, and then she turns around, you're like, nope, never
That's the
mind.
drink breaking up.
This is why she wears the cape.
Yeah,
Last time I rolled for hotness, it was what, 16?
something like that.
Yeah.
You rolled like a 17 out of 18.
Yeah. or did I do the 4d6 for that and drop one? In either case, this is not saving her.
Roll an additional d6.
The best she can do is a 10. So
It's getting uglier as we keep looking.
5 is still what you're getting because you dropped the lowest.
You're like, she's pretty ugly, but like, maybe she'll, and then she smiled, and you're like, nope, never. Awful. Awful.
Where did Fench go?
He
Okay.
ran away because he's ugly.
It just had to pop out or something.
The puke cream.
Okay. But anyway, so you can continue your team meeting.
Frag's stuck under the blankets again.
Is he freaking out?
A little bit.
I don't know. He's a rabbit. I don't know what to do with him.
He keeps doing that thing where he accidentally digs and makes it worse for himself.
Yeah, the rabbits have a new thing where they like to crawl underneath the blankets, which is adorable. Fumi, the girl, she's able to she'll find her way out. But then Frag, I don't know what gets in his head, but we saw him do this earlier where we think he freaks out and he thinks he can dig his way out. But then he just makes it worse because there's more fabric towards his exit. And then earlier, we're pretty sure the girl crawled in to hopefully help him, but she crawled in on the side that's the big wall of fabric. And then she just crawled out because she was like, I can't get to you.
She's like, I guess you're gonna die down there in that mine shaft.
she just goes and lol, nope. Crawls back out.
I don't know what he's doing, but I can't
help you.
help her.
So then I went in there and I moved the blankets, but he was already scared, and then they got more scared.
Yay!
Oh, okay. Anyway, yes. So, did you want to do your team meeting on the stream or off the stream?
Is it that late?
It's 11, a little bit past 11.
It's about the time we normally call it.
I mean, it's not that it's that late. It's late to start something else.
Yeah.
Alright.
I feel like we should at least establish what we're doing next time.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that off stream.
Alright, well, real quick then on stream, I do want to send out my 2 messages before
Okay.
we head to bed. But yeah, one will be with the druid to check in with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically I'll just pop it in the chat so you can see it.
Finch,
Yeah,
you're
like
gonna do your
25 words.
"What are we even doing here" thing.
Correct.
Do you want to do that on stream or off stream?
Whatever you guys think is best. We can do it on stream.
All right, go Finch.
All right. So, one thing I could just kind of wanted to establish and all that. What the hell are we doing?
We're in Barovia.
Correct.
With the down, like we're adventuring.
Yes,
Well,
but
we're
like,
helping
where are we
Ismark and
going?
Irina find a place
why
to
are we
stay.
doing it? And what are we doing?
Well, there's the festival tomorrow.
No, I'm looking more. Scale up. Scale up. Like, what are we attempting to do here? Like, what's the
Get
what's
with
the goal we're
Irina.
going for?
Collectively.
I don't think we're all collectively trying to sleep with Irina, Oscar.
I don't need to do that.
I mean, Aiden's certainly not trying to do that. He hasn't once looked at her.
I sort of like bury my face into a drink.
All right.
And Jorin said that she's not his type.
She's just too tall.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of women not your type then.
Hey, more for you, Oscar.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, if all those women were my type, you'd have no chance.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, I think the girl by
Old
sitting at the
book.
bar might be
Some-
more along your speed.
Ooh.
Ugh.
I mean, I'm of the mentality that I don't have time for that shit, but, you know, hey.
Finch, real talk. Are you a
Yes.
virgin?
No.
I think we're getting a little off
Haven't we gone
topic.
over the whole Fae thing with him?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we have.
Okay,
Yeah.
so one time you got assaulted by a Fae girl.
Not how that went, but okay. Ah,
Yeah,
lies
Mrs.
are
Fae
all.
girl.
Now you're making me want to go home, damn it. I fucking miss my wife now.
Wait, what? You're married
Yes?
to the Fae girl?
Yes.
You left that out the
Oh,
story.
twist!
Hey, no.
Oh, wait, do you live in the Fae with her?
No, we live outside of town kind of deal in a village.
So
and
what
such.
exactly is the Fae girl? Like,
Why'd you
she-
leave your wife?
I didn't. I got transported here.
Oh yeah, that happened to us too, and then we kind of just did stuff.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
and I'm kind of wondering what the hell are we doing?
Well, we got transported here and ended up with that whole like ghost kids and death house thing. It was a weird.
I mean, I guess
Yes.
our overall answer is why'd we get transferred? Who brought us here?
Yes.
I thought we
Th-
knew the
this
answer
is-
to this.
If we did, what's
is-
the answer?
Is the
Who is
answer
that
S?
moonwalking fellow?
What? Who?
Yeah, it's the moonwalking fellow.
What? What's this moonwalking fellow?
You remember we were outside of the windmill and he beat the shit out of us and then moonwalked away?
Oh, okay. That you mean S. I got you.
Oh, I'd look at the puppet. And
You
now
make
that I
the-
brought you here, wah, just waving around.
So anyway, I guess that means we have no plan.
we gotta eventually talk to
see-
this dude.
So
you see,
are we?
Finch, this hasn't really disrupted our plans. You see, Oscar here was offered some duty in a neighboring town, and he was going to make himself big and powerful. And so we've
Ah.
just made it to another town where Oscar is attempting to make himself big and powerful.
Okay. So wait. So what are we attempting to do? Are we attempting to make Oscar here big and powerful? Is that our collective goal right now? Or are we
Are
trying
you
to
rolling
kill
with the
Strahd?
punches?
I mean, my only goal is to make
Oh,
sure
shit.
Oscar does not get beheaded by ravenous mobs of peasants.
I was just supposed to guide them to their next town, but got stuck in this transported hell, and actually have found them quite entertaining. So man, I hate to say I kind of like them now.
Oh.
Well, thank you.
All right.
So
Well-
Finch, I mean, would you prefer it if your wife was here with you?
I mean, that would be preferable, but I doubt she'd ever leave the woods.
Well, I mean,
if-
let me
if we
just
talk to
hold on
the
one
S-Man,
second.
he might be able to bring her in.
I'm gonna cast sending.
You-
Hops. Hops. Hops.
So you're just asking for the response now?
Oh no, I'm casting sending. I'm actually counting cast sending to Strahd.
Strahd?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Okay, what do you
Oh,
say?
He is familiar with
Yeah.
them.
I'm like, hey, S-Dog, it's your boy. You don't even know me, but my man Finch here. When you brought him here, you forgot his wife. If you could do us a favor, he's missing her badly. Maybe send her over here.
You only get
That'd be
25
great.
words.
Yeah, you get 25 words.
So, like,
Uh,
do I hear this, or do you?
No.
Yeah, it's out loud.
It's vocal, somatic, and material. So he does some funny words and then he says it out loud. So yeah. So we literally just heard him talking to Strahd at the dinner table.
Asking
Did you
him to-
actually
to
say his name
teleport
out
your
loud
wife.
too?
No.
You're going to jail.
He did say S-Man.
Oh, he said S-Man. I heard Strog. I was like, what?
It might have been S-Dog.
S-Dog?
S-Dog.
All right. So you basically want that message squished down into the 25 word limit.
Yeah.
Okay. You just hear loud laughter back.
For the whole
That's
25
all it.
words.
Yeah, the 25 ha's.
He just laughs back at you. That's funny.
I think I caught him in a good mood. I guess
So
time will tell.
what's the? Okay, now I'm actually terrified. Now, I didn't really care what was going on, but now I'm actually scared of something. Now I have buy-in. Is he going to now? Did you? You just told the man that sent us here, who has malicious intent, that I have a weakness.
So
I'm unsure
I
if I
don't
should
want
take
you
my
to
s-
get too mad at Oscar Finch, but yes, that does indeed appear to be your
I mean,
situation
I asked
now.
you if you wanted her to come here, and you said yes.
I mean, it might
like,
be the least selfish thing Oscar's ever done.
I do appreciate the sentiment immensely, but the execution.
I wouldn't use that word.
I'm unsure if I should murder you right now. I'm going to be honest.
Finch, let's go outside for some fresh air.
Yes.
Man,
Okay.
Pops is gonna have one whole week.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll have
Aiden, you
we'll
might
have
want
2
to fix
weeks
some
to think this
fancy
over.
drinks for the table.
Yeah, sure. I'm kind of enjoying this right now.
So, Oscar, did you also want the results for your other message?
Yeah, I'm gonna send off the second message. So yeah, basically like sentence or so. So I'm like
Poor Finch.
I'm like, hey, hey man, how did the talk go over with your boss?
All right.
Just let me know.
Yeah. You hear back in kind of like broken English, like, yes, got what we need. Can finish ritual.
Oh, all right. I guess that's good. So whatever those Druid guys were looking for, they found it.
So we
Yay?
don't have to go back?
I'll have to ask them tomorrow what their plan is afterwards.
Or,
Tapped
well,
out.
Yeah, I guess ask them tomorrow what their plan is, and then ask the winery people tomorrow if they're still good, because they said that they need that stuff to run the winery.
Oh, what the stuff they were looking for?
Yeah, they said that that's what makes their grapes grow.
Oh,
So, yeah.
shit. I mean, I guess we gotta, weigh our options. Are the Druids trying to grow grapes for everybody, or what else do they have in mind with whatever it was?
I don't know. The one guy said it just helps them. It makes it so that they can always grow their grapes as opposed to other stuff. So, yeah. Anyway,
Bring back some drinks.
Okay. Finch, are you still waving your sword angrily outside? Do we lose Finch?
I just kind of let
Yes.
fear and make my way back in.
How's Finch holding up?
Probably well. I mean, you only convinced a supernatural power to kidnap his wife.
Maybe, potentially.
I mean, he can't be that powerful. He hasn't kidnapped Arena.
He kidnapped us.
Yeah, but we're adults, so it's adult napping. Speaking of adults napping,
Kidnap us.
is it close to bedtime?
I feel like we didn't really accomplish much.
We got
Kind
paid a
of
lot
took
of
a
money
couple
today.
steps back with
Mhm.
this whole group meeting.
I mean, we.
This was Finch's idea.
I think he got the most out of this group meeting he'll ever get.
Well, it's. I would say it's definitely given us some direction now.
At
Pretty
least
sure-
now we have a reason to go after Strahd.
Pretty sure Finch will want to make sure Strahd doesn't do anything to his wife. Thank you, Oscar.
Yes. Very much so.
You're back, Finch.
I have a lot of buy-in now, if you will.
Finch just skulking in the corner. Yes.
Finch, come over here and have one of Aiden's drinks. It'll cheer you up some.
Hopefully.
I'm okay, so like it's a little annoying right now because like one of the markers is right over the turn thing, and I can't turn my guy now. So,
Well, just go off to the side, right?
Yeah, just go off to the side, turn it, and then put it on. Like move, turn.
no, it's like if you put it at like the wrong angle, right? Like you can't. The
Oh.
symbol cover goes over
So
it.
you have to like click on your guy, and then like slightly click off, and you'll still kind of be highlighted without the symbols popping up.
And then you can also do. Can't you right?
Ah, got it.
Okay.
Okay. I did the thing.
I like how that's what's immersion breaking. I can't rotate.
I can't spin.
Okay. Oh yeah, Aiden, go ahead and describe the drinks you made for everybody.
Okay. So Oscar, I hand you a drink, right? And you don't know what it does, but everybody sees that your ears turn red.
Turn red.
Yep.
All right. That's just normal me drinking.
Right. Finch, yours gives you some calming music.
I'll take that.
Let's see. Jorin, yours is like pop rocks.
Ooh, that's
It's like-
fun.
Just-
Top rock alcohol.
Yep. And then for Romero, the wine tastes like green grapes instead of purple grapes.
Strange.
So which one had the poison?
Yeah. But is that it for what you guys want to do before your characters call it a night?
I don't think.
Do
we
you have
decided
anything
what-
else to say? What do you want? Oh yeah, we have to decide what we're gonna do next time. But did
Well,
anyone know anything
Is it
else
next?
they wanted to
Next
bring
time
up?
is the festival.
Yeah, I guess next time's the festival, and then
We're doing festival things.
yeah, do we have to do other stuff other than the festival? Hop.
I mean, you have a different threads that I can go over again with you guys once I bring everything down and turn it into just a team meeting.
All right. Does anyone have anything else they want to say in character as part of the meeting?
I take out the puppet and it's like, that's all, folks.
I'm like, yep, and that puppet is what's going to kill your wife, Finch.
Oh,
Ugh.
Well, this is fun.
holy Christ.
At least it's soothing music to cry to.
All right. All right, then I'll call it a night here. Bring everything down.